YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. So, pardon me. I got a package in the mail today from a very, very generous YouTuber. Very nice guy, by the way. This, of course, is MaximumRD. Most of you folks who know him personally, who have acquaintancely spoken with him on occasion, is named Rob. And he provided this package here, and it's from Canada. This is Welka. Which, by the way, by now I think it's next week. I think I have to reread the message again because I've just woken up, so my brain right now can't remember even my own first name. He is having an anniversary, so happy anniversary to Rob and his wife. They're going to spend an awesome time together. So, wow, my throat just now, because I just woke up from a nap, because it was like kind of the days you can't really do anything else. So you just end up napping about it. So I got woken up abruptly by people outside who are dressed up like the village people doing absolutely nothing. And they get paid a lot to do nothing. So I'm sitting in my bed, I'm sitting up sleeping, and I hear a you can kind of hear it in the background. So I look outside, they're doing nothing. They're doing absolutely nothing. There's nothing they need to be doing while sitting in that spot where they're at right now in front of my fucking house. So they're just stomping around out there doing nothing. Getting nothing done. They're not even fixing a road. They're not fixing a tree. They're not trimming a tree. They're not doing anything important or anything adequately necessary to make that much noise. I mean, I understand if they're building a fucking skyscraper in front of my house, I'd be like, alright, I understand the noise then. But no, they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna make some noise today. They're just like a rock band that has no riff, has no beat, they have no progression. They just go, fuck it, plug the guitars right in and start slamming the hell out of each chord until every fret snaps off and every single string just goes twing all over the freaking place until there's like no strings left. That's exactly what they're doing outside right now. My brain is like popping and exploding at the same time. It is having an anti-orgasm. It's just one of those type of things where it doesn't feel good when it happens. But I digress. This is all about the package, not about a noise induction outside. So we're going to open this up where it says at the top here, DanVanDam. Oh man! So I'm quite excited. Besides me, like, because I'm all just kind of sleepy. Look outside my door, and there's a package in it. Like, sweet Jesus, let's rock this bitch. So, and then that's when the noise ensued. They really got louder. They noticed I was woken up. It's like, oh, he's up now. Even though they probably didn't know he was in the fucking house. So like, oh, he's up now. Let's make some more noise. Making every single ounce of noise they could possibly muster out of their entire system, out of their entire body. They just decided we're gonna do our best shot and look very busy, so we can get paid and go home and get laid by our 2 grand wives. That's exactly what they're probably doing out there. I'm actually very confused. What Rob has mailed me, because it was sort of a surprise, but damn, he actually packed this pretty well. Let's see, looks like he printed out a very constructible note. Oops. Just cut my finger off there with these safety scissors. I don't know how you can do that, but I almost did it. I'm gonna camera first right there. It's like, oh look, I chopped out my finger. No transportation to the hospital. I'm gonna die to death. But no, coffee. I need coffee really bad. Alright, I'll keep them going for at least 2 more minutes. Alright, my system's up now. Woo! Yes, now I feel it. So, alright, I'm going to peel back the diaper and look. And what we got here is oh. Let's see what this note is right here. Oh. First, let's look at these cards right here. Oh, jeez, he provides some nice cards. Okay, let's read here. Okay, I want to... That's just about me, moo. Oh, I see what he did there. So, alright. Basically what here is his calling card, so to speak. So if you have an Android device, I'll first let you guys get that scan in if you can through your smart devices. There. But basically it's MaximumRD, or AK MaximumRD, at Classic Gaming Computing. Hobbyists, see my page info for everything going from Classic Gaming to Mystery Science Theater 3000, which is the MST3K, emulation, Amiga, etc. HTTP, thingy, those two dots there, I just keep forgetting the damn name, even though it's something that's in my brain. / about me about me / MaximumRD in that form under crap at Shaw CA. Come see the best of for all your sites from future. Pretty awesome cards. I'm gonna keep these in really good shape. I'm gonna put them like right up there next to the cross-stitch thing that Crow sent me in. It was like a prize, but I'm going to put it up there because that's pretty cool. So, alright, I'm going to carefully pull this out and read this note. Slosher Street Green. Let's see. This is dated back to 10... Oh, it must be British style. It's like 7/10/2013. Hello, Mr. Van Dam, aka the Real Agrabah, aka Worthy Universe. I know, I gotta stop making nicknames. Firstly, this is a Shamu. Secondly, please find enclosed one action figure you seem to appreciate and may be expecting. Thirdly, explore the box and find a couple other minor surprises. Fourthly, nipples. That is all. Sincerely, Rob, aka MaximumRD. P.S. Good day, sir. P.S.S. I said good day. But I said good day. That's a little bit of a mixture between, I think it was Monty Python as well as that 70s show that I think that was coming from. Oh man, I gotta really, before I do any video from now on, I gotta drink like a gallon of coffee because like it's just rush if I want to go take a nap because my system. So alright, we're gonna see what we got here. So the first thing he's gonna show here was actually the Geese action figure right here that he won a prize, was given as a prize. And this is Geese Howard, which was from the King of the Fighters series, but in this case he's actually from the Capcom vs. SNK said game. And I had this at one point, the game itself, and one of my favorite characters to play with was actually Geese. I used to play this shit with him. Like, you know, when I actually did play this game, I played it with him. And I just whipped ass. It was with him and Terry Bogard. I just played the holy hell out of him. I mean, I'm not very good at fighters. I mean, I'm not amazing. I'm not super great. But when I play with Geese, I'm a fucking monster. You know, that's a... And it shows you in the back here, Yuri and Chun-Li, which is actually a pretty cool action figures right there, or at least the set bits. And Howard Geese is just a badass alone, so he's just chilling and going, "Sup, I'm Geese, motherfucker." And that's all he says. That's literally all he says. Is "I'm Geese, motherfucker." That's he's like a Richard Pryor of the game. He just talks about dick jokes for like 15 minutes solid. So that's pretty much Geese in a nutshell. Now I got this nice man hanging out in my room, which I'll probably actually put him somewhere I can display him. I think I'll put him right there where my ColecoVision is at the moment. Which they had this whole announcement for the ColecoVision, which they're going to be putting out some emulation properly for the systems, and obviously that's going to win the hearts of millions and millions of fans. So, okay, the second item here looks like it is a, yep, looks like a model, what was it, the 6-button controller for the Sega Genesis, which we're going to peel this back really carefully. Nope. This looks like a third-party version, but these are actually pretty nice. So this one actually is pretty nice. And nice clicky noise when that button goes down. That means it's making contact. Yeah, this is actually like an old school version of it, but at the same time looks like it's just its own little entity here. See, I like the 6-button controllers. You know, this one didn't have rapid fire, so that means if you were to plug it into your Sega Genesis, you wouldn't have that issue sometimes with like shooters or whatever, where it just would not, it would just kind of slow down or reset over and over. But if you don't have a button controller with turbo, sometimes you'd get away with it, which is weird. You know, there's some games that just set it for no reason. You know, and have some games that would work with it just fine. There's no questions asked. It just played. But without the rapid fire, it worked great. You know, it doesn't notice that. It goes, all right, I'll let this slide, and you just, you know, you just play away. But thank you very much, Rob, by the way, for this, because actually I wanted a 6-button controller that did not have rapid fire, and I'm being not serious. Because it was like, I like playing with the 6-button controller. It just feels like I have these 2 extra buttons I can deal with, and I can just be a badass. And you know, this is actually quite large for my hands, believe it or not, so I can actually play said games now with a proper controller. So I'm gonna put that right next to my Sega CD. I'm actually gonna take that for a spin on my Elise game, that old bootleg one I got there a while back. Okay, looks like we got a Sega Genesis game in here. Making sure we got everything. Yep. And we got one awesome game right here. That, of course, is Final Zone. Now, this dude here with a mop top, I forgot his name exactly, but I do recognize the game itself. And this was a, this was a overhead title, which I'll show you here in a moment. Wow, damn, that's actually pretty good shape. This comes complete, but I was actually reaching for the manual, if there was one, and I was gonna, so I can read his name, explain a little bit about this game. Because I played this in the past at a friend's house, also I think it was like a rental one time. And, yep, it was the Nap, that's what it was called. You pretty much plays a nap. It's like it's overhead view. You kind of go around in circles, I believe it was. And was it that? No, I'm confusing myself. Yep, it was those overhead games where you went through the entire stage, killed all the enemies, and that was pretty much, I believe, that's how it got played. Yep, that's how it was. And you found like weapons throughout the stage. And just look at the manual really quickly to refresh my memory. I haven't played this one in ages. So it came with all kinds of cool upgrades and power-ups, and yep. So I'm trying to give you guys a good picture here to look at. Yep. It's sort of like this. What is it? It's like a overhead version of, what's the game called? Nuclear Strike, or in this case, like Desert Strike and Jungle Strike. Similar to that in controls, but that's generally what this is. Huh, what's this in the back? Whip Rush. ADD picked up, but I noticed a game back here. So, with this said, I'll actually be doing a gameplay for this, because I think this is sort of a hint to go, hey Dan, you know, you should do some of those. Yeah, gotta plug in the Model 2 at the moment, because I just realized I had plugged it to conserve power. Maybe I don't see why I need to conserve the power. It's just the fact that, you know, if you keep too many things plugged in, and you know, it kind of builds up with electricity and all that. But there's a game in the back here called Whip Rush, and I just totally forgot about this one as well. And renovation when it came to shmups, at least on the Genesis, you know, they had some pretty good ones, as well as they had some pretty interesting titles alone. And they're like one of those separate companies that their games will go up in value pretty quickly because people just suddenly notice them. This is the kind of company that they had games that were good. It was just that when they published them, I don't think anyone too much paid attention to them at first, and people realized how good they actually were. Just like Galaxy Attack or Galactic Attack on the Sega Saturn, for example, they would go up in freaking price like crazy. It'd just go straight up to the fucking ceiling, you know. It just, between that and it was Valis, or it was Cita Valis, which was for the Sega Genesis. I have that one. And then you got games like Super Valis on the Super Nintendo, which those aren't really renovation games. They're just, what were they? I can't remember if the renovations actually published that game particularly, but those type of games just go up for no reason. Like, they just outrageously go up. Besides the point I mentioned, they just go up, and it's just because of the quality of the game. I think it's just because of the, you know, the limitations of, you know, how they got publicized and all that gets put into play. It's several reasons, you know, there's so many reasons why these type of games get put up in value. But this game right here, I'm definitely going to be playing in a little while, because I'm actually quite excited right now because the 6-button controller. I'm going to be popping that in and playing some of that. And I'm going to be putting on that TV right there. I'm going to be putting that damn TV. You heard me, TV. I'm coming after you, baby. I'm going to put your legs up on the pedestal. I'm like, and then I'm going to be playing some of this. Some good old Final Zone. Because this is the thing, right? This is actually a funny thing about me with these type of games, right? You have these little guys and these little mech assault, or these mech, or these Evo Squad kind of bodysuits. And I actually like that. When I was a kid, I used to love that type of thing. You know, Gundam wasn't necessarily in my eyesight when I was a kid because it didn't show too many cartoons for that series at all. I mean, Gundam Wing was on Cartoon Network, but I didn't really have Cartoon Network when, you know, obviously we had basic cable, so you didn't get the good channels. So, anyway, basically when I used to go to the toy store, I used to get a lot of toys, and this actually brought back some memories just now, of, you know, these said toys. Well, nowadays I think those Evo Squad toys are actually worth something, and, you know, I used to have a couple of them. One that had like really stubby arms, or about that big, like real size, and it had like missile launchers and like launchers inside of it, which it's just a really cool toy. It was just such a cool toy. I remember it so well. It had little, you know, rectangular head and had like 3 glasses on it, like 3 glass visor bits to it, and it was just a really cool toy. Now I'm just kind of depressed. I don't know what the hell happened to the thing, because I actually miss it now. I think it wasn't complete anymore though when I had it, because of some tabs off the grenade or the missile thing. Darn it, I want to go buy one now. Damn it! But again, enough of me going down memory lane. I think I rambled for too much there. A big thank you to Rob, MaximumRD, for providing the awesome game. Providing this... no you don't, buddy. Providing the awesome figurine of Geese, as well as these really high quality business cards. And you say, why you thank me for a business card? Well, it's cool. It's just a sentimental thing where, you know, you got this really nice personal business card, which I actually love these, believe it or not. And, you know, they're cheap to make, but yet at the same time they say so much about the person. They add this quality to it, and it has this, you know, just really nice background, which I recognize the background. I know it's from something. I think it was like a background or some sort of bundle of backgrounds. It was like, this is the don't tell me, the Commodore 64 one, I think it was, or something of that nature, and I think that was what it was. Look really carefully. So that's going to bother me now, because I think I know what it is, but at the same time I don't. It was like a retro background. It was something that... shit. That's going to kill me inside. I'm going to have to figure it out later. But again, thank you, Rob, and thank you everyone else for watching. Oh!